As I'm sure everyone knows, Mick Foley is the man. Now, I bought this little VHS tape of Mick Foley. It is called Mad Men Unmasked. I highly recommend this tape because it shows all about Mick Foley's life, pretty much in general. The good parts anyway, because it's not that long. It's about an hour long, but it's still pretty good to watch. It's got a lot of photos from when he's growing up to him wanting to become a wrestler, him becoming a wrestler, and it's got interviews with Mick Foley throughout the entire tape. To know Mick Foley is to know pain. One of the things they really highlight in this tape is this Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker. Now everyone knows that match. There's not one person that I know that haven't heard that match. Wrestling fan, I mean. It is the most well-known matches ever in wrestling, in WWE history at least. I mean, he is a crazy guy in that match. They start off, him and Undertaker, they start off on top of the cage, Hell in a Cell cage, and within the first minute, Mick Foley gets thrown off it and lands right through the table. Probably one of the coolest table landings I've ever seen. Not only that, the match is supposedly over, but as they're taking him to the back, he gets back up off it, climbs back on top of the Hell in a Cell, only to have the Undertaker waiting for him, just to chokeslam him right through the cell and onto the ring again. Now that is just awesome. Definitely will go down as one of the greatest wrestling matches in WWE history. I know I've already said that, but it's worth mentioning again. So, it does show the footage of him as a teenager, making videos that he did, him as, Dude Love, and a girl calling him by the wrong name, which upset him, him finding his wife, him as Cactus Jack in ECW, his early days from the 80s, him as a Fallout guy for the Dynamite Kid. Pretty much, it'll teach you a lot about Mick Foley, perhaps some things you may not know, like, when he hitchhiked for 5 hours just to go to Madison Square Garden. And so there's not much else I can say about this tape, otherwise then you better watch it, because nothing I can say can really say how cool this tape is. It's got commentary from The Undertaker as well, back when The Undertaker was in the ministry with that long beard. And just the look on Undertaker's face when he's talking about Mick Foley is awesome. Shows the birth of Mr. Soccer as well. Vince in the hospital, Mr. Socko. So in conclusion, I do recommend this tape for any Mick Foley fan. If you can get it on DVD, that'll be even better. So Foley, otherwise known as Dude Love, otherwise known as Cactus Jack, otherwise known as Mankind, is a man of bizarre multiple personas. Perhaps the most misunderstood of all of them is his own. Have a nice day.
Probably not.
Do you think girls wanted to kiss a boy who had worms on his breath? I'm a good kisser! You make me sick, a man of integrity! I'm gonna smack you!